Hey Aquarius, welcome to Tourmaline Tarot. We're going to do your weekend read. And this did not want to shuffle anymore, so we're just doing the intuitive shuffle. It's like, I got something to say and you can't contain me. So, actually give me one more on the Hanged Man reversed before I start talking. Because I can see where it's going, sort of. With the Seven of Cups, there could be some kind of, weighing of options, figuring things out with the Page of Wands. There's communication on, the Eight of Pentacles is picking the one thing and going with it. So you've narrowed down the choices and stuff. But I feel like, with this Hanged Man reversed and this Ten of Swords, I almost feel like somebody doesn't get what they want, but they're doing it for the greater good. I know that sounds kind of dodgy, but with the perspective, puts an end to something. Like you're closing the door on one thing because you're saying, yes, this is what we're doing. Any kind of hemming and hawing of like, do we do it this way, do it that way? It's like, no. Pick one, go with it. And somebody might be like, but that's not what I wanted. And you're like, wah, get over it. Ten of Swords. Suck it up, Buttercup. Because we're going. Chariot. Also with the Chariot, I want to point out that, you have these two Sphinxes. Or if you have any kind of two horses, you have duality. And if they're both not going to go the same way, if they're both not going to listen when you tell them, like, mush. I don't know if that's what you tell chariots, but, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't have control over all the aspects, you're not really going to get anywhere. You're going to be flying all over. So there's an element of control. And like I said, Tower. Somebody, I get a little butthurt. I get some butthurt action. But whatever the change is, it's like the reins are being, and so what is this change about with the Tower? Or it could just be from now until November, Scorpio, for me sometimes. It's a good change, but I feel like the apple cart, and it's not even like you tipped it, you just went over and kicked it over, and you're like, BT dubs, apples, not today. Because we have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Wands. There's clarity, there's truth, there's going. Because somebody, it's the 11-11, it's stability, there's something to build on. And I feel like the Tower could be any of this last hanging on stuff, because then you have the Ace of Cups. I mean, this is beautiful. Once whatever, and it could just be a situation, this could be like kind of factors around it have to kind of burn off for everything to kind of get moving the way that you wanted to. There could be some stuff that you're waiting on to finalize, etc. But there is change coming, but it leads to clarity and being able to move forward. Like I said, somebody could, I'm not saying butthurt, but somebody could have a little bit of attitude because it didn't go exactly their way. And it's like, well, like, Chariot keeps moving, let go or be dragged. Because what are the options that Aquarius is facing back here? Six of Cups. You could have kind of rose-colored glasses, or someone else could, that's clouding being able to choose something. Like there's a, like, no, it's great. Oh my gosh. You got the 5, 6, 7. What are you doing, dance steps now? 5, 6, 7. You don't have the 8 where you're walking away from it. But leading up to this, it's like, I'm regretting something, you're seeing something, maybe not for exactly what it is, that leads you to like, okay, well, if it's all this, then I have to pick something about it, and now we have to like narrow our options down, where it's like, it's all good, but to do that, you got to get over some kind of hurdle, some kind of hump. And like I said, somebody could be dragging their feet. Because with this Hangman reverse, it's, also Hangman reverse means there is like no more waiting. There is no more just sitting back. And this Ten of Swords, somebody could be feeling a particular way where it's like, but I wasn't ready. And you're like, no, you're ready. Because when the Tower comes, it's like clearing the decks. Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands. And like I said, it's not even a bad change. It's just somebody was like, I wasn't ready. All right, give me something on the Knight of Wands here. What about Aquarius That's way too many. But what about Knight of Wands? Okay. I was like, yeah, where's the 8? There's the 8. And you have the 2. So yeah, there is someone kind of, I'm not saying sacrifices, but somebody, I think, gets over themselves in some way. Somebody's willing to leave something behind. Somebody's willing to make some kind of change to have this reciprocity and stuff. It becomes less about you and more about we. You know? So somebody kind of gets their head out of their butt and gets over the, I wasn't ready. You're like, yeah, you are. You have to be. You don't have a choice. And then Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Strength, Wheel of Fortune. Something's turning. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, it gets like back on course, but somebody has to kind of get, I'm not saying spanked, but somebody kind of has to get over themselves. Because 5, 6, 7, 8, you know. What about this? So we have Clover and the Heart, which is that, you know, short-term Wheel of Fortune card with something you really care about. You know, and then you have the Fire and the Pig, which means like there's something that abundance is kind of like fire. You can't really control it. It's hot. It moves. It burns fast. It's got to go. And the Pig is about, you know, kind of an abundance, like fat and happy, doesn't really need to worry about it. I'm not calling anybody fat, but you know what I mean? It's like a pig's like, I got it good. So what about this here? The Bear. Mama Bear energy, but also it does go more money in the Star. Yeah. So there's something money, career, you have like a bull and bear market. So this is something to do financially. Also, the Pig can speak to finances too. Something is coming around and it's good. And whoever is the one that's like dragging feet, you know, you're like, pick something. Pick a thing. Pick one thing. And get to it, sunshine. Like there is no, like, all in. Both feet. Let's go. And I feel like they come around. But, and I don't think this is you so much. But it's like, I wasn't ready. And it's like, now you are. Zip it. So we have, with the Spirit Animal Oracle, we have the Raven, which is the Shaman. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and guide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. I almost think you're like, listen, I don't want mysteries. I just, you know, tell me like it is. Black and white. Hook a gal up, or guy, whatever it is. But also, I feel like you're going to have to be, I forget whose reading it was, but I said you have to be like the emotional Sherpa. I feel like sometimes with this, like, there is like that emotional Sherpa where you can see the bigger picture, but you just kind of carry somebody else through it. You're like, come on, let's do this. So, Aquarius, that's what I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.